The flood danger from this storm is more immediate today than when it made landfall just 24 hours ago. We face walls of water at our coast, along our rivers, across farmland, in our cities, and in our towns. More people now face imminent threat than when the storm was just offshore. I cannot overstate it. Flood waters are rising, and if you aren't watching for them, you are risking your life. I have several important warnings this morning. First, to the people who have evacuated. If you are safe, stay put. We know that people are anxious to get back home, but don't go back until this storm passes and you get the official all clear. Second, know that the water is rising fast everywhere, even in places that don't typically flood. This system is unloading epic amounts of rainfall, in some places measured in feet and not inches. Many people who think that the storm has missed them have yet to see its threat. Residents of Charlotte, Asheville, Fayetteville, Statesville, the southern Piedmont, the Sandhills, the mountains. Rivers will rise days after the rain has stopped. In the east, they will crest Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Remember, most storm deaths occur from drowning in fresh water, often in cars. Don't drive across standing or moving water. Emergency management is sharing flood projections with local officials. If they tell you to evacuate, please do so immediately. It could save your life. The storm has claimed numerous lives already. 5 deaths have been confirmed as related to the storm, and several others are under investigation. Loss of life is heartbreaking, and we'll continue to pray for the victims and their family. And every hour, first responders are preventing more deaths. We now have a little over 20,000 people in 157 shelters with room for more. If those shelters fill up, we will establish more shelters. More than 800,000 people throughout the state are currently without power, and utility crews are beginning to work now to restore electricity to people. Overnight and into this morning, more rescues are continuing across eastern North Carolina. We are so grateful to these rescue teams who risk their lives to save others. And they have come from all over the country to work with our local, state, and federal partners. Recovery teams are now ready with new authorization from FEMA. Last night, our major federal disaster declaration for an initial round of counties was approved. That authorizes immediate FEMA assistance in Beaufort, Brunswick, Carteret, Craven, New Hanover, Onslow, Pamlico, and Pender counties. We expect to add more counties, and we appreciate the quick turnaround by FEMA. I want to again warn residents of the mountains and the rest of North Carolina, especially the southern Piedmont. Heavy rain is predicted still. Fayetteville, west to Charlotte, and the mountains. Expect flooding and potential landslides beginning tonight and continuing into Monday. Some of the areas will be impacted that have rarely experienced any flooding. Get prepared and stay alert for forecast updates and emergency evacuation orders. Finally, Please be safe and be smart and use your common sense. Don't drive through water, no matter how confident you feel or how much you want to get out of the house. Roads are closed in many places, and more are closing even as we speak. Secretary Trogdon will inform you about those closings, but when you're out there, you are impeding emergency vehicles, you're impeding utility crews who are trying to restore power. So don't get out, particularly in southeastern North Carolina. Don't operate a generator indoors. Be alert for warnings and flash floods, tornadoes, high winds. And if you need non-emergency help, dial 211. Those using video relay services should dial 888-892-1162. And the Ready NC app has information about shelters. And I'm also grateful to have Monica McGee to provide American Sign Language interpretation for us. This storm eventually will leave our state. We in North Carolina have been through tough storms, and this one is sure testing us. But now is the time for us to persevere. I have never known North Carolinians to quit in the face of a challenge, and we're not about to start.